Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, I'm Pete. Now, today's video, what we're going to do is a basic repot. Now, hopefully you guys seen my Calathea Maranta Ctenanthe video collection. These were presented in them. They are the Never Never plant. They are Ctenanthe, if I'm not mistaken, but we're going to repot these. These right here came from her, which is the mother plant. Long story short, guys, if you haven't seen the video on these, go back and check that out and then come back and watch this one. But long story short, I got these Calatheas a couple of years back, and they were supposed to be way bigger than what they are now, but my conditions weren't right, and I really didn't know exactly how to take care of these guys. So I have the conditions now, and I cut her because I thought I was gonna lose her, and she's been growing ever since I propagated her. And I don't like to have so many of the same plants in different pots. That's a waste of space, especially when you're a plant collector and you need all the space that you can get. So these little guys are going back in with her just to fill her out some more. But also thinking about switching the light conditions on her, because if you look at some of these leaves, like those, these are your variegated ones. It's better on this one. These are your variegated leaves. This one is about to go out. And I've noticed that she started putting off variegation once I started, well, when I cut her back, she put out variegation on her newer leaves, but I think it's also due to the light. And but some of her newer leaves on here, like this one, as you can see, is like pure green. So I'm not sure if I want to chop her or just leave her and do like I've been doing the rest and giving a little bit more light. So again, guys, this should be a very quick video, just because I am only repotting her, and also I decided to change her soil out to a little bit more airier mix, so it's not compact. This is, of course, you should know that I think all to at least 99.9% of most Calathea or prayer plants that I know of don't like to be soggy, and that's usually with all plants. But yeah, it's pretty heavy, but I'm going to switch it out with something that's a little bit more airy, almost kind of like my aeroid mix, but this here mix has more guarding soil, so it will retain a little bit more water than my regular aeroid mix. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, some of these, as you can see, has the crispy tips. Now, these tips I know for a fact came from lack of water. Of course, this one holds more water because of the soil that it's in, but lack of water, and I'm usually late about the time I catch them, and they're usually curled up, and yeah, but let's go ahead and get some of this soil. You know what, I want to use this one. Well, I can just switch the bases off. It's not gonna matter. Let's get her out. Whoa, that came out kind of, didn't need that, but accident prone if you haven't figured that out yet. Whoa, okay. Oh, okay, so that was a new shoot there. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this soil, I mean, I think she was just like sitting on the top of it. I'm not sure. but some to most of these roots, it's crazy how these things, this is like a clay ball, and there's a nice healthy little root that has grown straight through it. So I'm not going to break the root trying to get it through, but that's that Georgia red clay for you. But most of this looks like it had got overwatered, but this is one of the main reasons why I am switching this soil out, because she is a OG plant and I refuse to lose her. And she's been hanging in this long, and honestly guys, she was doing much better at my mother's house with her somewhat kind of neglect. It's not like neglect, but it's like we typically don't wash our clothes every day. We just put it and wait till the dirty clothes hamper fill, then we wash the clothes. So that would be usually when she would go into the washroom and water the plants. But with it being humid in there and it gets bright early morning sun up until maybe afternoon, they were doing fine. It was, you can't see how tall I'm going, but it was pretty big. But of course, switching the conditions, and I brought her here, she just threw a complete fit, and yep, so she has to start all the way over, even with root system, because this is what we're working with, even on this one. So yeah. Now what I'm thinking about honestly doing is putting her back in a smaller pot, because that is a lot of pot just for this one. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to pause this and I will be right back. Alright guys, I've made it back. So I'm using this one right here. I think this is probably like a 6-inch maybe lip. I would say so. It goes in. Yes, I would say a 6-inch lip. Also guys, my plant collection used to be in black and orange. Orange is like my second favorite color, but all of my calatheas used to sit in orange pots. And I can tell you, if I go out back now and show you how many pots I used to have, at least 90 to 95% of those were all calatheas. And I tell you, it was technically not my fault, but since I left them to a person who's not really a plant enthusiast or a plant person, period. So that was kind of my fault. But you live and you learn, and it was okay, because some of them I was able to save, and some just didn't stand a chance. But let's go ahead and empty these here out and check these. I know these are growing because I can see new growth from the bottom. I'm not going to take all of that dirt off. I'm disturbing it enough as it is, but as you can see, there are new growth where we got tips right here that are white and fuzzy, and also there's the new growth point as well. What I'm going to do is take my shears and kind of clean them up as I go. See, can I pull this? Yep, that comes off. And we're going to check the other one as well. Which again is doing pretty awesome. I started these off with the regular water propagation, just to be on the safe side, working with anything else propagating. If you don't have the right conditions, your percentage rate will be very, very low, and I mean low. So the best route to go, even when you don't have enough light for it, the best route to go is with water. But guys, here's the variegation on the new leaves for this one. And this is what root I have, but she's growing. There's a white tip. I'm going to get these back in here in this dirt before I create a whole fuss and she shuts down on me completely. So I'm going to put a little soil at the bottom, as I normally do with all of my plants, so the roots are not touching. And I'm going to arrange these so that they are all in the right position to be placed. Here we go. Alright, now I'm just going to get my soil as I hold these in the middle. Let's push this down so you can see what I got going on here. Alright, so I have these down in the center here. I'm going to get the rest of my soil here and just fill her on up. Very simple, straight to the point. Now again, you never want to pack your soil down, because again, your roots have to breathe. And packing it down, of course, will take your air out of your soil, and we definitely don't need that. Let's add some soil here. It's coming together, guys. As I said, very quick video this time. Let's get some of this extra stuff here off. Alright. Now I thought about cutting this part right here, just because of the stem is long, but I'm gonna just let it grow and reposition herself, because it gives her a little bit more height. Let me finish adjusting these. Now what I've tried to do was place them in a fashion so that the way that they're already growing, they're facing the sunlight. It makes everything a lot easier. You guys can see that. Okay. So this will be my front side. As you can see, all the foliage is turning that way. Well, except for this one, which, you know, will have to adjust itself once it leans back up. But this is what we're working with. I'm so proud of her. You know, she's been hanging on with me for some years now, and I am making sure that she makes it. And of course, she is on my plant stalking list. I don't know if that video is out yet, but these are one of the plants that I have to keep a close eye on. Again, just because she's fussy and she's an OG, and I most definitely wouldn't want anything crazy to happen to her, especially if it could have been prevented, you know. But that is it, guys. Check her out. Looks a lot better. I have her in a smaller container now. I think this might be the smallest container for one of my OG plants. just because of the root system. Not sure, don't quote me on that, but yeah guys, that is it. We finally got her looking pretty nice, a lot fuller. Hopefully, as you see by the root system, she's doing okay, pretty good. Hopefully by the end of spring to end of summer, she would have blossomed into maybe double, hopefully triple the size, because once they start to grow, as these little offsprings have showed me, even before then, once she kicks on, she really will kick on and start growing. But that's usually, again, depending on the, is it acclimation? I can never get that word right. Depending on that period for it to stabilize. And then hopefully your conditions are hot and warm enough so that none of the foliage will fall off. Typically what I used to do was just bring it home and, you know, sprucing her up and then pot her. But even during that period of just waiting and trying to pot her, they will typically start to drop leaves and she will look a wreck, and then I'm left with nothing but a usually stable or okay root system, and then she has to start over. But once she starts over, then everything, when she grows inside of your conditions, she typically takes off. But I mean, when you buy a plant, you're not buying it just for the roots, unless you're buying it for the roots. But for those purposes, I'm sure you're not. But the best thing to do for that is just, if you can bring it home, stick it straight inside of your grow tent. As soon as you know, spray it for pests or whatever, to make sure you don't want nothing inside of the grow tent, but stick it in there for a little while. Wait till it starts to stabilize into the conditions, and then repot her, and then go from there. But enough ranting, guys. This is just try to make this a short video, but this is my never plant, Ctenanthe. Finally got her repotted, and again, hopefully we can get some growth out of her this year. And I pray that I don't kill her, and even just shocked her just by, you know, giving her a quick replant, repot. But yeah, guys, this is my never plant, Ctenanthe. That is it for this video. Do me a favor, guys, hit that subscribe button, and also comment down below. Keep a lookout for the next video. Hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified for the next video. Now, most of these videos will come out daily, but I think I have them uploaded already, and scheduled for maybe sometimes it's usually like every other day, I think, something like that. But if not, usually if you get a video every day, that's usually because I've been up and I've probably recorded maybe 4 videos, and as you can see, some of these videos are pretty long. But anyway, guys, again, thanks for coming. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, again, hit that notification bell to keep you notified on what's coming up next, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.